My bad to the headphone users watching this video. I didn't realize that my mic was recording in stereo out of one earplug, basically. So, that's fixed now, but it wasn't fixed while I was making this video. My bad. Yo guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. I haven't posted in a while. I think the last thing I posted was when my EP dropped. If you haven't listened to that, go listen to that. It'll be up on the screen in the description. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 beats that I made recently. Basically just showing the beat I made, how I made it. They're in the some of them are in the style of like rexv2, but I put like a little twist on them, and I'm basically just gonna be running through my process. So let's do it. Shout out Aiden Made. I used a lot of his. I basically used all the one shots and drums from his packs. So that's what a lot of this guy. That's where a lot of this comes from. I'm gonna play a preview of what this sounds like, and then I'm gonna break it down. So that's what it sounds like. I'm just going to be running through the sounds pretty much and show you guys how I made it. I first started out with this synth from the one shot kit, and this is what we got from that synth. A pretty nice sounding synth, honestly. Like, chords are pretty simple. A little tip to make chords a little easier in FL is turn on the typing keyboard, and I do this. So this was made in G major with chords, and if you click 1 to 9 on your keyboard, it's basically gonna make chords in the octave range. And so what I'll do is I'll click like 1 plus T, 2 and D. You know what I mean? So you can. That's kind of how I figure out my leads and my chords. I basically go. I clicked 7 there, so it was too high. So you just like kind of figure stuff out, like 1 and T, and then 2D, 3F. You know what I mean? You can like run with those, and then when it comes to making leads, you can like really, that was like super simple, but you understand. Like you can basically just use your keyboard to run through the process. So yeah, we started out with that lead, or the synth, and then I layered it with another lead called Moss. Left the end here just to save space for drums. A lot of this stuff I learned just from if you genuinely want to be a better producer, obviously making beats helps. But I also watch a lot of beat making videos, so a lot of the stuff is stuff that I learned from those videos and that I just tried out, and so if it works, then I don't do it, or if it doesn't work for me, then I don't do it. We come in with another lead, basically just playing the start of each chord. The reason I use this lead, it was a little bit more aggressive than the other two, so you could hear it a lot better than the other ones. And then this is the actual like lead that I use. This is like the melody that is followed. And I basically got that by playing it like I was telling you before, playing it on my keyboard. Like I basically just played it on my keyboard and adjusted it. Like I'll play it out on the keyboard, and then I'll record notes and automation, and then I'll just quantize it, or I'll go up here to the magnetization and do none, and then just add it in after, like fix it all up after. And then we got this pluck. It's basically just an ascending ARP. Just helps the melody. A little bit of ear candy as well. Like it's one of those things that you don't realize you're hearing it. Added some sound effects. This one's just a stock sound from Vital. And same thing with this next sound effect. This is just a stock sound from Surge. Just sounds to have on in the background. Again, it's those things you don't realize you're hearing. And that's basically the whole melody for this song. That's basically the melody. Drums are stupid simple. This is a simple hi-hat pattern. I may my bad if y'all hear that dog barking. Start of it, basically, I think Che uses this, he used to use this pattern quite a bit, where he just stutters at the start and slowly rides out. A lot of things I like to do with my hi-hats as well is I leave space for some of the claps to hit. So if you hear this with the, clap, absolutely nothing is playing in the hi-hat section before the clap comes in, or while the clap comes in. And then we add a snare pattern. It kind of looks all over the place when I usually do snares, and you guys will see this. And like I think I'm going to be showing you 2 beats, so in the other 2 beats you're probably going to notice the same thing. I kind of have my snares going everywhere, but it kind of just it goes hand in hand with the other drums. Like, I don't put a snare somewhere if it's going to be layering with something, or not layering with something. Like, I'm not going to play a snare and this in like all the same spots that a hi-hat would be hitting, or in some of the same spots that a hi-hat would be hitting. I like all of it to fuse together into one nice pattern. Like, it kind of just merges with the other sounds. And then the 808. I don't even think I had to boost this 808. Yeah, no boosting on the 808. All I really did was put a soft clipper on it. And then this is the master chain. The only reason Fruity Love Filter is on there is because I do a intro with the Fruity soft clip, or with the Fruity Love Filter. If you guys are wondering what in drums are, or let me show you the 808 first. So this is what all the drums sound like together. And the reason I have Fruity Love Filter is because I have this going on in the intro. And if you guys want to know how to do something like that, you basically open Fruity Love Filter. I select 1 and 2. I adjust these knobs based on how I want it to sound. But what I'll usually do is, instead of single, I'll go to dual. And I'll choose what I want the filter type to be depending on how I want the song to sound. So on LP2, it sounds really bubbly, but on something like BP, it has that same bubble sound, but it almost sounds like it's holding it tighter at the very start. So I'm going to keep BP in dual, and I adjust these knobs depending on how I want it to sound. But I like how that sounds, so we're going to leave it like that. And other than some sound effects and cutting the drums out, this beat's pretty much done with this one. Add my tags. This is what it sounds like. Forgot to say this at the start of the video, but if you do like any of the beats I do show in this video, they will be on sale on my website. Website will be linked down in the description, or you can text me on Instagram to buy a beat pack. All right, we got the second beat here, and I'm going to be, again, doing a little preview for you guys. Alright, so now I'm going to be breaking this one down for you guys. First, we got this synth with some fat chords. Little tip for when you are making chords. Again, I basically did it the same way I did last time by clicking 1 to 9 and figure out my chord. Originally, they look like this, and you guys might not be able to hear a difference, but trust me, it does sound better when you take the bottom line and you drop it down 1 octave. You take a sharp 4, drop it down an octave. Trust me, these make your chord sound a lot more full. So we have that, and we have we have another synth layered with that. Literally just went to this one, copy and pasted it onto that channel. After that, we have this pluck, and it's basically a descending arp in line with the chords, just raised an octave. I like to keep these as simple as possible. For the lead, basically, it used to just be like this, but I liked it more when it stuttered. I think it just adds a little bit of texture to the lead, and I always like my leads to end on a high note. I don't like to dip them down, so it starts off at G sharp. Like it starts off at G sharp here, and we end up at G sharp up here, but 1 full octave higher. Nice lead. And we got, I think, same sound effect. Yeah, same sound effect from Surge. I use the sound effect in a lot of my beats. I think it's really nice. We have just like a Serum 1-shot lead. Some more background ear candy, and a little sequence from Vital. It's another stock sequence called Aura, but I use it more as a sound effect here than as an actual instrument. And this is what the whole melody sounds like on its own. Again, I leave space at the end for the drums. And speaking about the drums, this is what the hi-hat sounds like. It sounds a little all over the place, but within context, with other drums, it actually sounds pretty good. And here it is with the snare. Again, snare pattern going all over the place, but I think it sounds pretty good. Oh, okay, wait, I just realized. I don't know why this is down here, but I added, like, for the melody, I added a bell. You can, like, barely hear it, though. It's more of a background sound. And then we have some chants. I'm gonna have to gatekeep what that deep sound is. Sorry, y'all cannot have that sauce just yet. And finally, just the 808. And for this 808, I have it boosted 4%, and I just have a soft clipper on it. With everything, this is what the beat sounds like. Pretty simple beat. I really like it. I think it sounds really good. But yeah, pretty simple beat. And then we'll move on to this the final beat I'm going to be showing you guys. All right, this beat, I'm not going to show you a preview. We got to go into this step by step, because if I show you a preview, it's not going to make any sense. So first, we start out with the synth. Pretty somber sounding synth. Like, it's a little dark sounding, I'm not gonna lie. And then I basically copied that synth over, removed the bass line, put it up with another synth. Sounds a little bit more alive, if you ask me. And then I added this lead. Just a chill, like almost like a sound. This kind of sounds lo-fi in a way. And then I added this Surge XT sound effect. It's been in every single beat I've shown, but I think it's like a perfect background sound. Basically, after I made this melody, I felt lost, so I bounced it and reversed it. Basically, sampled myself in a way. I think a lot more producers should do that. If you don't fuck with the melody, bounce it and do something with it. So came out with just so I bounced it and we came out with that. I reversed it, kept the pitch and everything the same, but we put a fuck ton of effects on it. So we put a simple EQ on it. I put My Crush on it, which is basically a bit crusher, free bit crusher. We put gross beat on it, complex 3, removed to like put these nodes up, move this one over, put it down, and put this down. We put some delay on it, ping pong with the level down, and I even turned down this knob to 30%. Maximus on the on the clear master. We put fresh air with a little bit of presence pop. Took out all the mid air and I only added high air because the mid air was making it sound way too sharp. And then I put fruity audio enhancer on it. And this is what we came out with. For this intro though, I played it normally, then I reversed it and kind of faded it into each other. And we did that intro again with the fruity love filter. Just a cool little transition in my opinion. And then for the drums, we have a fairly simple hi-hat pattern. Same start as the other one I was telling you. Stutter it and then write it out. Clap, pretty much. Nothing really much to do in the clap region. Oh, for the snares. So sometimes if I don't know what to do with my snare, this is what I'll do. I'm going to show you guys live. Basically, go to gross beat, put your snare on, write it to a channel in the mixer, put gross beat on it, and go to turntablist. Go to this preset window, and I'll either do scratch 9 or scratch pattern 10. We're gonna do scratch pattern 10 to show you what it sounds like. So I'll do that, or I'll do this one. I'm actually gonna do scratch pattern 9 for this one, and that just like gives it a cool little sound. I usually do it if I'm making like a really bass heavy beat or like almost like a Che type of beat, like Che Encore. I'll do my, sorry, I'm just cracking my knuckles. I'll do my snare pattern like that. I just think it sounds pretty cool. And then with the 808, we boosted it by 1%, and same thing, EQ with a soft clipper. Sounds pretty good. I like putting my 808s in a really high note. I think it just makes them sound pretty cool. And then we added like a little Pokemon sound effect in the back. Just helps with the melody. Snare roll at the start with a low pass filter, and this is what we got. I hope you guys enjoyed that beat breakdown. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I thought it was pretty fun. Please pray for me if you, this is going to be weird. If you look out my window, it looks like a quiet place is happening at the location I'm at. Pray for me in the comment section below. I might not make it, and I'll probably end up making a beat live. either on Twitch or just make a video where I make a beat. And yeah, maybe one day I'll do like a studio, like I'll show my little homemade studio. I've been making a lot more beats lately, so it makes more sense for me to make a video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.